And we are here for volleyball. Tonight, the Georgetown Eagles welcome in the Weiss Wolves here in non-district play. Just before district gets started, I believe it starts this Friday. Georgetown's next game will be Friday night, and that will be at Conley High School to open up district play. So the last non-district warm-up game for these two teams happens here tonight as your Georgetown Eagles come in 17-14 on the year. The Weiss Wolves come in 17-5 overall. The Weiss Wolves out of 6A Region 2, District number 12, alongside Coppers Cove, Hutto, Midway, Temple, Bryan, and Harker Heights. They come in with a 9-1 home record, 4-0 on the road, and 4-4 in neutral site matches. They have won 42 sets on the season, lost 15 as they come in here tonight. Weiss High School, the superintendent at Pflugerville ISD is Dr. Douglas Killian. Principal at Weiss High School is Amika Durham-Hunt. The athletic director for Pflugerville ISD is Mike McCurchin. Athletic coordinator for Weiss High School is Karen Huffman. And the athletic trainer, Trina Altman and Paul Trammell. Head coach for the Weiss Wolves is Karen Huffman. Assistant coaches, Allison Metzler, Impumi Masuku, and Scott Vasquez. As they come in tonight, the guest here, they're wearing the black tights, but they still have their cover-ups going as well as the Georgetown Eagles do. We'll go over uniforms here in a little bit. Your Georgetown Eagles come in out of 5A Region 3, District number 23. Hendrickson, Georgetown, Bastrop, Pflugerville, Elgin, Cedar Creek, Conley, and Eastview in District 23 of 5A Region number 3. Georgetown ISD Superintendent is Dr. Devin Padaville. The principal here at Georgetown High School, Brian Johnson. Athletic director for Georgetown ISD is Jason Dean. The athletic coordinator for girls sports here at Georgetown ISD, or Georgetown High School, is Coach Rhonda Farney. Athletic trainers, Chad Hennessy, Vanessa Rideau. The coach for your Georgetown Eagles in her 16th season is Jenny Richardson, assisted by Shelby Good, Lacey Blissett, Jason Allgood, and Kate Strahan. The JV match just finished moments ago. Georgetown victorious in the JV match, 2 sets to none, 25-11 and 25-14, winning that in convincing fashion over the Weiss Wolves. And now the Lady Eagles and the Lady Wolves get ready to go here for the varsity matchup. Weiss finishing up their initial warm-up. They got about a minute left in their warm-up, and then Georgetown will take their turn on the court. The roster for the Weiss Wolves will go this way. Number 1, a junior middle hitter, Kelsey Norris. Number 2, a junior middle hitter, Meredith Simpson. Number 3, a senior, that is Ori Alamy. Number 4, a junior defensive specialist, Jalen Eubanks. Number 6, a sophomore libero, Ashley Go. Number 7, a junior defensive specialist, Kaylee McCarthy. Number 8, a sophomore setter, Alexis Carter. Number 9, a sophomore outside hitter, Madison Amina. Number 10, a junior middle hitter, Kaylee Mejia. Number 13, a junior outside hitter, Cassandra Carrasco. Number 22, a senior middle hitter, Sarah Randall. Number 25, a junior setter, Tequila Brown. I'm going to mispronounce it. I will apologize already. Tequila Brown. And number 26, a senior defensive specialist, Brianna Bryant. For your Georgetown Eagles, a couple of differences here as number 9, Chloe Albright. She is injured, so she will be out of tonight's match here against the Weiss Wolves. And the rest of the roster for your Georgetown Lady Eagles. A 5'8 junior libero, number 3, that's Reagan Ramirez. A 5'11 junior outside hitter, right side hitter, number 4, Molly O'Shaughnessy. A 5'9 junior outside hitter, right side hitter, number 5, Sadie McCauley. A 5'11 junior middle blocker, number 6, Sophia Joseph. A 5'7 junior setter, number 7, Isabella Casanova. A 5'9 senior outside hitter, number 8, Cameron Shelton. The 5'11 sophomore setter, right side hitter, number 9, Chloe Albright, who is out tonight. A 5'8 senior defensive specialist, number 10, Reagan Truitt. A 5'5 senior setter, defensive specialist, number 11, McKenna Heine. A 5'5 junior defensive specialist, sorry about that, number 12, Briley Dew. A 6'1 junior middle blocker, number 13, Mackenzie Bernard. She's back in the lineup tonight. She missed on Friday against Stony Point. The 6'5 junior outside hitter, right side hitter, number 14, Eddie Guido. A 5'11 junior setter, number 15, Allison O'Shaughnessy. And a 5'10 junior outside hitter, right side hitter, number 16, Jaden Meisner. And last but not least, the 6-foot senior middle blocker, number 19, is Megan Hall. So the Lady Eagles ready to get towards district play. All the tournaments they've played, a lot of games at 31 matches so far on the year already. And district play starts this Friday night. And so an opportunity for these Lady Eagles, one more warm-up session before Friday night when these Eagles will take on the Conley Cougars over at Conley High School there off of Lamar Boulevard in Austin, Texas. So go out and support the Lady Eagles on Friday night. We'll be back next week. It's going to be a special occasion. As it looks right now, you're going to get to hear the volleyball team on Tuesday and Friday because the football team will be in a bye on the 15th of September. So we'll bring you volleyball that Friday night as well. So the schedule for us here at First Responder Sports Broadcasting on the SHN Network will bring you tonight here against Weiss, and then next Tuesday we'll be home against the Pflugerville Panthers in district play, and then next Friday the Elgin Wildcats will come in to take on the Lady Eagles here on Friday night at Georgetown High School. We'll bring you that match. And then the 19th of September is a Tuesday night. We will bring you Hendrickson Hawks volleyball. They'll come here to Georgetown. So we'll have 3 matches in a row live here on the SHN Network, brought to you by First Responder Broadcasting. And so we will bring you as many as we can. And we told you that beginning of the season. We're jumping in and bringing you Lady Eagle volleyball. Glad to bring it to you here on the SHN Sports Network. But we just have to work around that football schedule. So this Friday night, we'll be out at Birkelbach Field as the Eagles take on the Liberty Hill Panthers. And the Lady Eagles will be on the road to take on the Conley Cougars to open up district play. But then Tuesday night, Friday night, and Tuesday night, the next week and a half, we'll bring you all 3 matches as they occur for the Lady Eagles. And they're all here at home. It's opportunities to come out here to the Eagles' Nest and see the Lady Eagles, cheer them on. A great crowd tonight. Love seeing the Sun City Booster Club. A lot of them here in the bleachers as well. The bleachers filling up across the way. A good group of students, even some of them coming in from dove hunting with their camouflage on to cheer on these girls. And so an opportunity here tonight for one last non-district warm-up match for these Lady Eagles and the Weiss Wolves before district starts on Friday night. Let's take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll get ready to get things going as these two teams will wrap up their warm-ups. You're listening to Georgetown Lady Eagle Volleyball live on the First Responder Broadcasting Radio Network. Back here live, Georgetown High School. They finish up the service rotations and the warm-up as the teams will get ready to go at it here in set number 1. The visiting Weiss Wolves, the black tights tonight, the black spandex, and the jerseys, gray jerseys, long sleeve that have maroon from the shoulders down to about the elbows and then gray all the way down. Maroon numbers on the back and front. Unable to see if there's any writing on the front as they're all in a huddle nice and tight across the way on the left side of the floor. The Georgetown Eagles will be in the black spandex, blue sleeveless tops with white numbers, white on the front and the back. And then the libero, Reagan Ramirez, she will be in the black short sleeve jersey with white stripes on the sleeves, with white numerals on the front and the back. Eagles in blue across the front of her jersey top for Reagan Ramirez. Waiting for the officials. They come across the court as they'll get ready to introduce the two rosters, the Lady Eagles and the Weiss Wolves. 17-5, the Weiss Wolves, they come in. Georgetown comes in, and they've got a 10-4 record here at home. They're 1-4 on the road, 6-6 in neutral sites. They've won 44 sets on the year, and they've lost 34. In the last few matches, it's kind of been back and forth. I was talking to Coach Richardson before this one got underway at the end of the JV game. You go to Liberty Hill, and just things weren't clicking. Made some mistakes. Liberty Hill, it's like they were in the playbook, reading everywhere we were going, reading all the signals and signs, and it just didn't go well. And we got blanked 3-0. Fought in those sets, but went down 3-0. And then come here on Friday night against a ranked 6A team in Stony Point High School. And the Lady Eagles shut out the Stony Point Lady Tigers 3-0 here at home. All four teams swept on the day. And so it was a great day of volleyball here at Georgetown High School on Friday night. And so this is an opportunity for these Lady Eagles to lock back in, as Coach Richard said. Try to get back into a rhythm before district starts on Friday night. And this is that last warm-up match for them before that occurs. No writing on the jerseys for the Wolves, as it's just the gray jerseys with the maroon numbers on front and in the back, and then the shoulders in maroon down to the elbows. And so what we'll do while they do the introduction of all the names, we will take a quick break. When we come back, we'll do the national anthem and bring you set number 1. Georgetown Lady Eagle Volleyball continues here on the SHN Network. We're back here live, Georgetown High School, as they finish up the introductions of both teams. And we'll get ready for the national anthem. We'll bring that to you live here on the SHN Network, and then the teams will be ready for set number 1. We'll get the camera set up. We'll go to the flag, and then we'll go to the national anthem. And when we come back, it'll be time for Georgetown Eagle Volleyball. Stay with us here on the SHN Network. More volleyball after this.
Compass. Well, we're going to celebrate dedication and we're going to celebrate service because that's what Madeline Scholes did every single day. Madeline Grace Scholes was the beloved trainer in 2017, age 16, passed away on January 20th in 2018 after a year of battle with brain cancer. We want to thank her parents, Susanna Jason, sitting over there. We want to thank her brother, Thomas, who's actually playing football at MIT. Her sister, Mary Rose, who is a player in our program. We want to thank them because they shared her with us. We also want to thank our training staff for sharing her with us. If our training staff, if y'all would stand up if you don't mind. I think the trainers are the hugest part of any success and anything good. I think that they're a huge part of anything good that happens in Georgetown athletics. We want to celebrate Madeline because obviously we all know that grief has got to be the worst thing that grabs a hold of you. And we want to celebrate Madeline every single day. Madeline dedicated her life to helping others. Her legacy and name should remind us to dedicate ourselves to finding the good, talking about the positive, and not taking anything for granted. Service. She chose to be a trainer because she wanted to help others and provide care for her fellow peers. There are so many times that we all miss out on doing something great for someone else because we're tired or we have different priorities. I urge you to help others, be of service in Madeline's name. I know that we, the volleyball team, we do something daily, we do something weekly, we do something monthly without any fanfare for other people because Madeline will live for as long as we're here. She'll live through us with our dedication and our service. So the Scholl family, thank you again. We are honored, absolutely honored that we got to be a part for life. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Coach. Ladies and gentlemen, this time we
Now join us for the national anthem. Back here live, Georgetown High School. And the Lady Eagles and the Lady Wolves get ready for set number 1 here in this non-district matchup, the 6A. The Lady Wolves of Weiss High School just down the road in Pflugerville, Texas, out of Pflugerville ISD. They are off of Weiss, laying out there on the east side of Toll 130. Beautiful campus out there as they come in tonight to take on your Lady Eagles out of 5A District number 23. The Lady Eagles line up for set number 1, starting it out on the floor. Looks like it's going to be number 14, Addie Guido. Number 13, Mackenzie Bernard. Number 4, Molly O'Shaughnessy. Number 7, Isabella Casanova. And number 6, Sophia Joseph. And number 5, Sadie McCauley for the Lady Wolves. It looks like we have number 2, Meredith Simpson. Number 26, Brianna Bryant. The libero comes in now at number 6, Ashley Go. Number 4, Jalen Eubanks. Number 1, Kelsey Norris. And at number 25, to Kyla Brown on the floor. So Sophia Joseph will step off on the back row as Reagan Ramirez, the libero, on for the Lady Eagles in the back row. And it'll be Isabella Casanova set to serve it away here in the first set for the Georgetown Lady Eagles. And the whistle blows, and Isabella Casanova gets a sign from Coach Richardson, and we are underway. First serve. Wolves will play it from the far side. The attack into the net doesn't get over. So the hitting error there by Jalen Eubanks. And the first point goes to Lady Eagles of Georgetown, 1-0. Here in set number 1, Casanova back to serve again. Far side of the back row. Looks over, gets a sign, and will deliver the jump serve to the Weiss Wolves. Deep near side corner. Second touch across the way, and then Eubanks will send a free ball over. And that'll be McCauley up to Casanova. Back set to Guido. The swing at the net, blocked, but out of bounds. Point to the Lady Eagles, 2-0, your early score here in set number 1. O'Shaughnessy, Molly O'Shaughnessy, Guido, and Mackenzie Bernard on the front row. McCauley, Casanova, and the libero Ramirez in the back row. Casanova's jump serve down the far side. Played up by the Wolves. Quick set in the middle. Tip over. Blocked at the net by Bernard. The Wolves reset again. Eubanks will send it over. Ramirez up to Casanova. Set to the near side for Molly O'Shaughnessy. Off the block. Bernard tips it back over. And then the Wolves can't get a good touch of it as it went off of Brianna Bryant out of play. Point to the Lady Eagles. 3-0. The score here in set number 1. Casanova continues her service rotation here. Gets the sign and the jump serve underway towards the Wolves. Nice and deep, but it just out. That'll be the first service here of set number 1 for the Lady Eagles. And that'll give the side out. Brianna Bryant, to Kyla Brown back to serve. Set to the near side, Guido swing, and it's in for a kill for Addie Guido as she found the middle of the back line there for the kill. Side out back to Lady Eagles, 4-1. Georgetown leads it here in set number 1, and that'll drop Molly O'Shaughnessy back to serve on the back row. Molly from the middle of the back row. The jump serve is over the net. Nice ace there by Molly O'Shaughnessy as the libero Ashley Go couldn't get to it. A nice little drop serve that I tell you what, Molly has mastered that little drop serve there, and that's going to draw a quick timeout from head coach Karen Huffman to the Weiss Wolves. 5-1. Georgetown leads it in set 1, and we'll take the quick timeout. More Lady Eagle Volleyball in a moment. Back here live, Georgetown High School. We're going to play with the crowd mic tonight, trying to bring you some sounds of the game. O'Shaughnessy drops another serve in. Go plays it up. Quick set in the middle for the Wolves. The attack, and dug up there by Casanova off of Guido into the net. A nice kill for the Lady Wolves. Kelsey Norris. Side out back to the Lady Wolves. 2-5. The Wolves trail it by 3 as Ashley Go, the libero, will drop back to serve for the Wolves. Her jump serve is over and short off the hands of McCauley. Guido gets a touch. Free ball by Ramirez. Sent over, and the Wolves reset. Far side attack is at the net. Off the block and down on the Georgetown side for the kill by number 22, Sarah Randall. Point to the Wolves, and they trail it 3-5 here in set one. Ashley Go back to serve again for the Wolves. From the far side of the back line, she'll get the sign and the jump serve sent over. Ramirez will play it up to Casanova. Set to the back row attack by Molly O'Shaughnessy, but her tip shot over is into the net for the hitting error. And it'll give the point to Weiss. 4-5 now here in set number one as Go gets ready to serve again for the Wolves. Serves in over. Molly O'Shaughnessy up to Casanova. Back set to Guido. The tip over. Played up by Ashley Go. The Wolves reset. Far side attack by Randall. Blocked at the net. No, Go with the dig. And the free ball sent over. Guido blocks it at the net. The 6'5 junior ready there. Dunks it back down on the Wolves side for the side out. Georgetown gets the point. 6-4. Georgetown leads it as Reagan Ramirez back to serve. Sophia Joseph back onto the front row. Mackenzie Bernard leaves on the back row. And Ramirez, the libero, to serve. 6-4. Into the net, first service error of the set. Second service error of the set for the Georgetown Lady Eagles. And that'll give the ball back over to the Lady Wolves. 5-6. They trail by one here in set one. And back to serve is number 4, Jalen Eubanks. Maybe not number 4. It's hard to read number 4 and 9. Set by Casanova. Near side, the kill by McCauley is long. The attack is long, just out on the back row. And that serve is by number 9, Madison Amina. So that hitting error there ties it up at 6 apiece as Amina gets ready to serve again. The flat-footed serve sent over. Nice and deep. Molly O'Shaughnessy up. Reagan Ramirez will pass it up to McCauley. The little roll shot is dug up by Randall. Wolves reset. Back row attack is a free ball sent over. Ramirez up to Casanova. She'll back set to Guido. The swing, and it is long. Shot, thought there was some touch at the net, but nothing called by the officials. And so that one is a hitting error on the Lady Eagles. Point to the Wolves. And Weiss takes their first lead of the set, 7-6. Amina's serve into the net, and it almost climbed over, but stayed on the Wolves side. So the side out back to Georgetown, and to tie things up as Allison O'Shaughnessy checks in for Casanova. Guido back to serve. The first service error of set number one for the Lady Wolves. All squared up, 7-7 here in set number one. Is Guido the jump serve from the far side of the back row. Wolves play it up. Tight set on the net. The tip over. And Ramirez tries to get a second touch on it as it went off the net. And the side out back to the Wolves. And they take the lead 8-7 here in set one. Dropping back to serve will be number 22, Sarah Randall, the senior middle hitter for the Wolves. Randall's approach in the jump serve sent over. Guido up to Allison O'Shaughnessy. Quick set, the tip over there. But a net violation whistled on the Wolves, and that's going to be on number 25. That's to Kyla Brown. And so that net violation gives the side out back to Georgetown, and the score tied up again 8-8. As Sadie McCauley drops back to serve for the Lady Eagles. Jump serve, nice and deep, played up by Amina. Jump set to the back row attack. Randall off the block and down for the kill for the Wolves. Side out back to the Wolves. As Kelsey Norris back onto the front row, the libero leaves, and on the back row for the Wolves comes number 5, I believe it is. Want to get it figured out when they go to the back of the jersey. McCauley up to Allison, to Sophia Joseph. And there is a touch call on this side. Now we'll see what the call is. It should have been a point that the line judge on the Georgetown side called a touch at the net. So we'll see that after the timeout. We'll stay here through the timeout. It's kind of odd here. Now they've got 10-8 on the scoreboard. At the point went to the Lady Wolves, but Joseph on the attack. It went long on the Wolves side of the court, but a touch at the net was called by one of the line judges. So we'll see if they override it. A timeout was called by Coach Jenny Richardson, her first of set number one. And so we'll take kind of a figure out here as there's a discussion with the up official and the two line judges to see about that call. So we'll have to get that straightened out when they come back out of this timeout. And so timeouts will be evened out at one apiece here in set number one. As Coach Richardson took her first. And we'll see if they override that call or not. The up official looking on as they wait for both teams to come, and they do not. They do not take the touch at the net. And so it is 10-8. Weiss leads it by 2 here in set number 1. Serve over. Ramirez, it's off of her arms into the bleachers for the Eagles. So another point for the Lady Wolves. They lead it 11-8 here in set 1. Serve sent over deep. Guido plays it up. Macaulay saves it. And a free ball by Giuseppe, and the Wolves reset. Quick set in the middle, and it's blocked, but out of bounds off the Eagles. Point to the Lady Wolves. The serve continues for number 8, Alexis Carter, the sophomore setter for the Wolves. 12-8. Weiss with their largest lead of the set. And the serve from Carter is nice and deep. Guido ducks, and it goes out. A service error there. That's the second one for the Lady Wolves here in set number 1. And the side out back to Georgetown as Mackenzie Bernard comes back on the front row. Ramirez leaves. Sophia Giuseppe will serve for the Lady Eagles, 9-12. Wolves reset. Back row attack by Randall. And it is long and out. One line judge calls touch. One calls no. The judges up top go against that and say, no, Georgetown ball. So a point to Georgetown, 10-12. Georgetown trails by 2. And now Coach Huffman. So it's a discussion that was ahead of the Georgetown timeout as well. One line judge called it a touch, one didn't. On this one, the same thing occurred. And see if the officials go with the touch or overrule it. And so their discussion is over, and it's going to stay with Georgetown. So point to Georgetown. They overruled the line judge call. So Georgetown gets the lead back to 2 as Sophia Giuseppe will continue her serve. 10-12. Georgetown trails it here in set number 1. Giuseppe from the middle of the back row. The jump serve is on its way. Randall gets the first touch. Ashley Go, the libero, sends it up. Eubanks with the roll, or Norris with the roll shot. Guido plays it up. The attack by Molly O'Shaughnessy, dug up by the Wolves. They reset. Back row attack by Randall off the block. And Giuseppe laid out for it, but the ball off of her to the back wall. Side out to the Wolves, 13-10. They lead it by 3. So you see early on here, wherever Sarah Randall seems to be on the court, that's where the sets tend to go to the big senior middle hitter. And now the serve by Brianna Bryant. Guido plays it up to Allison O'Shaughnessy. Back row attack. Guido off the block. Played up by the Wolves. Tip over in the middle. Allison O'Shaughnessy. Ramirez back set to Molly O'Shaughnessy. Off the block. The Wolves reset. Quick set. Far side. The tip over. Played at the net. But off the Eagles and out of play. And the point to the Lady Wolves. And they lead it by 4 again. 14-10. As Brianna Bryant will continue her serve. Deep ball, Reagan Ramirez up to Allison O'Shaughnessy, set to Molly. The roll shot, nice and deep, played up by the Wolves. Quick set in the middle, and Norris's attack off of the block and down. And they're going to call a net violation on the Wolves, so side out to Georgetown. They're going to call Kelsey Norris in the net. So the side out back to Georgetown, and Casanova comes back around to her serve. The Lady Eagles trail by 3, 11-14 here in set 1. Casanova's jump serve. Played from go up to the net. Quick set in the middle. And Norris with the quick set kill from Kyla Brown, the junior setter. A beautiful jump set, and it was a quick one to the middle. And the kill for the Lady Wolves. They get the side out back and a 4-point lead again, 15-11. It's Kyla Brown back to serve. Down the line, Ramirez up to Casanova to the near side. Guido's attack off the block. Molly O'Shaughnessy to Casanova. Quick set in the middle. Bernard's tip over is blocked at the net by Sarah Randall. And the point to the Lady Wolves. Largest lead extended here, 16-11 now in set number 1. To Kyla Brown to serve again. Floats it over. Macaulay to Casanova. Back set to Molly O'Shaughnessy for the kill. Nice hit there. Down the back corner for the Eagles. Side out. The Eagles cut the lead back to 4, 12-16. Molly O'Shaughnessy back to serve for the Lady Eagles. On the floor, Guido, Bernard, and Macaulay on the front row. Molly O'Shaughnessy sends it deep in the back row. Wolves reset, back row attack. Ball played up by Casanova. Second touch by Ramirez to the far side to Guido. The cut shot off the block and in for the kill. Nice job there by Guido to get it inside the wire. And a good kill there for the Lady Eagles. And the lead cut to 3, 13-16. Molly O'Shaughnessy back to serve again. Casanova, Ramirez, and Molly O'Shaughnessy on the back row for the Lady Eagles here. Serves in deep. Quick set to the net. Norris hits it into the net for the hitting error. And the point to Georgetown. Cuts it back to a 2-point deficit now. 14-16 here in set number 1. Molly O'Shaughnessy, the serve again. Now the drop floater. Eubanks sets to the far side. Randall with the attack and the kill. I said Eubanks. I apologize. That's from Tequila Brown. A nice jump set all the way from the right side to the far side. And Sarah Randall with the kill. Side out back to the Wolves. And the lead extended back to 3. 17-14, the libero Ashley Go will serve for the Wolves again. Ball sent deep, and it is out. So another service error for the Lady Wolves here in set 1. Their third of the set. Gives a side out back to Georgetown. 15-17, Georgetown trails by 2 as Reagan Ramirez will serve. Sophia Joseph back on the front row. Bernard on the back row rotates out with the libero Ramirez. Randall's attack at the net. The block by Addie Guido. Back into the chest of Randall and couldn't get the ball back up. A nice block of the net for the Lady Eagles. They get the point and cut it back to a 1-point deficit. 16-17 as Reagan Ramirez continues her serve here in this rotation. Ramirez jump serve across the way. Nice and deep. Go plays it up. Bryant, far side to Randall. The attack, deep, long, out. Another hitting error for the Lady Wolves, and the set tied up 17 apiece now as the Eagles get the point. Reagan Ramirez will continue her serve. Great first set here between these two teams. 17-17 your score. Reagan Ramirez jump serve sent over, and it's into the net for a service error. Third of the set for the Lady Eagles. Both teams with 3 service errors here in set number 1. And a side out back to the Lady Wolves. 18-17. They lead it as number 9, Madison Amina, set to serve for the Lady Wolves. Serve sent over. Molly O'Shaughnessy, Casanova to the near side. And the attack there by Sophia Joseph. And it was long and out. Or that was on Sadie McCauley. So the point to the Wolves, and they lead it by 2 again, 19-17. Amina set to serve again for Weiss. Molly O'Shaughnessy, pass at the net, and it's a touch there, and that's good. So a whistle blown there. And the point goes to Weiss, and they lead at 20-17, but the fourth service error for the Wolves is a costly one. Side out back to Georgetown, and that'll come into this lead as Allison O'Shaughnessy checks in. Casanova is off. Fourth service error here in set number 1 for the Wolves. And Addie Guido rotates back to serve here, trailing 2, 18-20. Guido's jump serve across to the near side. Randall's touch up. And now a back row attack by Amina, but it is long and out on the hitting error. And the Lady Eagles cut it back to a 1-point deficit, 19-20. And now here's a substitution for the Lady Wolves as number 3, Ori Alame, will come in for Madison Amina. In the back row, Guido's jump serve. Cross court to Randall. Back to Randall. The back row attack. Cross court. Guido plays it up. Allison O'Shaughnessy in the middle. And the tip over there. Nice read by Sophia Joseph for the kill. She read it. The block wasn't ready. She dropped the tip over, and it tied things up now. 20-20. Here in set 1, a barn burner here in set number 1. Back and forth it goes. Guido back to serve again. 20-20 your score. Guido jump serve nice and deep off the arms of Alame. And the Lady Eagles get the lead back after being down as many as 5 points here in the set. And now they lead at 21-20. Guido ready to serve. Gets a sign from Coach Richardson. Go will send the free ball over. Ramirez up to Allison. Near side to Joseph. The attack dug up by Alame. Go will set it far side. The attack there by number 25, I believe it was. Nope, 26. That's going to be Brianna Bryant. And she finds a spot in the back row for the kill. And that'll even it up at 21 apiece on the side out. Back to serve will be Sarah Randall, the senior middle hitter. 21-21 here in set number 1. Jump serve, Guido will play it up. Allison O'Shaughnessy, back row attack by Molly O'Shaughnessy, and it's in for the kill. Nice swing by Molly O'Shaughnessy from the back row. And the side out back to Georgetown. And now a late whistle. They're going to call it a back row attack by Molly O'Shaughnessy, saying she crossed the 10-foot line. So the point to the Wolves, and they take the 1-point lead, 22-21. Randall continues her serve. Guido up to Allison, near backside to McCauley. Her attack dug up by Randall. Quick set over, but it's read and sent back over by Giuseppe. And the Wolves, Alame will send over the free ball. Guido up to Allison O'Shaughnessy. Back set to Giuseppe. The tip over and a scramble for it. The Wives can't get the ball up, so a nice read there by Giuseppe as she sends over the tip. And that ties it up on the side out, 22-22. Sadie McCauley will drop back to serve for the Lady Eagles. All square here in set number 1. McCauley's jump serve into the middle of the floor. Go. Pops it up. Randall with a flat-footed ball sent over from the back row. Near side, Molly O'Shaughnessy's attack dug up at the net. It goes long. And it blocked back down by Molly O'Shaughnessy. A great play there by Molly O'Shaughnessy. She sends the attack over. A nice dig there by the Wolves, but it was played over the net, and Molly O'Shaughnessy dunked it right back down for the point. And a timeout by Coach Huffman. 23-22. Georgetown leads it by 1. Quick timeout. More Lady Eagle Volleyball on SHN in a moment. Here, Georgetown High School. We're in set number 1. Georgetown has a 1-point lead, 23-22. And the serve is Sadie McCauley. Continues her serve here in this rotation. Georgetown is 2 points away from taking set number 1. The battle back and forth between these two teams. McCauley's jump serve sent over nice and deep. Back set, back row attack by Randall, and it finds a hole between Ramirez and McCauley for the kill. Side out to the Lady Wolves. And they tie it back up at 23 apiece. 1 timeout remaining in set number 1 for Coach Richardson. Coach Huffman has called both of hers. As number 9, Madison Amina drops back to serve for the Wolves. But it's a service error into the net. Correction, number 8. That's Alexis Carter. Her serve goes into the net. The 5th service error here of set number 1, and that's a costly one. As the Georgetown Eagles get the serve back on the side out. With a set point here, 24-23. Service is nice and deep. Randall gets set on the back row attack, but it is long as it hits the line judge, and she's in the out position. And that'll be set number 1, 25-23. Georgetown takes set 1 over the Weiss Wolves. We'll take a timeout as they switch sides and get reset for set number 2. Lady Eagle Volleyball brought to you by First Responder Broadcasting here on the SHN Network. Back here at Georgetown High School, set number 1. Georgetown takes it 25-23 over the Weiss Wolves as we get set for set number 2. Madison Shoals night here at Georgetown High School for the volleyball team. Madison Shoals lost her fight with brain cancer back in 2018. She was an athletic trainer in the student athletic program, and so an opportunity to honor her and her service to Georgetown High School, to her fellow students, and that was awesome tonight. Her parents were here. Thomas Shoals, her brother, is playing football for MIT. He was a star on the Georgetown Eagle football team last year. One of the safeties, one of the leading tacklers on the team, and he continues his college and collegiate academic and athletic career at MIT this year. And so the Shoals family here tonight, it was awesome to see them, and the athletic trainer, the group and the student trainers all came in to be recognized here tonight. Second set about to get underway. Mackenzie Bernard, Molly O'Shaughnessy, and Addie Guido on the front row. In the back row, Sophia Joseph, Sadie McCauley, and Isabella Casanova. And Joseph will come off on the back row. Reagan Ramirez, the libero, is on for the Eagles. For the Lady Wolves in the back row is Sarah Randall. We'll have to see them. They get underway here. The Wolves serve here. Ramirez will play it up to Casanova. Back set to Molly O'Shaughnessy. Down the near line, dug up by Go. And here come the Wolves. Their attack off the block. Molly O'Shaughnessy over to Casanova. Quick set over. And Ashley Go with a beautiful pancake. The free ball sent over, but it's wide. Some miscommunication there between Brianna Bryant and Sarah Randall. And that pass sent over wide for the point to Georgetown. They'll lead it 1-0 on the side out. Nice read there by Casanova. Back to serve, Molly O'Shaughnessy for the Lady Eagles. She'll send it over nice into the middle of the back row. Quick set in the middle, and it's off the block. Bernard keeps it alive. Ramirez near side to Guido. Off the block and in for the kill. Guido got some assistance from the net and the block, and she'll get the kill there. 2-0 the lead for the Lady Eagles. A nice pancake on the play prior by Ashley Go. She laid out and got her hand between the ball and the floor to keep the point alive. Served by O'Shaughnessy. First touch is awry. The Wolves have to send a free ball over. And Molly O'Shaughnessy up to Casanova. Quick set in the middle. Mackenzie Bernard tips it over, and that's dug up by Amina. She'll tip it over. Molly O'Shaughnessy back to Casanova. Back set to Guido. But she'll have to tip it over, and she gets the kind roll off the net. Playing back off of that was Madison Amina. And not able to get to that tip over by Guido. She'll get the kill and a 3-0 lead for the Georgetown Eagles to open up set number 2. Molly O'Shaughnessy gets a sign from Coach Richardson, middle of the back row. The jump serve sent over. Played up by the Lady Wolves. A scramble for it. The second touch there by number 25 to Kyla Bryant. And she and Madison Amina almost collide there. I guess Amina kind of took a side shot there. But she seems to be all right. And a quick timeout by Coach Huffman as the Wolves go down 4-0 to start the set. And we'll take it with them. Set number 2, 4-0. Georgetown leads it. More Lady Eagle volleyball in a moment. Back here at Georgetown High School in set number 2, Georgetown a 4-0 lead as Coach Huffman takes her first time out of set 2 to try to slow this momentum as Molly O'Shaughnessy will continue her serve for the Lady Eagles. She'll float it over. Ashley Go, the overpass. Ramirez will pass it up to Casanova. Quick set in the middle. Bernard's kill off the block. Down and good. Nice play there. Nice quick set by Casanova to feed Bernard in the middle. And Mackenzie Bernard with the kill. 5-0 lead for the Lady Eagles here in set 2. Carter, Norris, and to Kyla Brown on the front row for the Wolves. As O'Shaughnessy serves again. Pass up to Brown. The attack from the near side by Amina, blocked at the net by Addie Guido. Mackenzie Bernard there beside her. And the point to Georgetown, 6-0 the lead here in set number 2. Molly O'Shaughnessy serves again. Ashley Go pays it up to the net. Quick set in the middle. And it might have looked like it might have been out. Molly O'Shaughnessy made a play on it, but sent it up into the stands, side out to the Wolves. And they'll get their first point of set number 2, 1-6. As dropping back to serve will be Kyla Brown for the Lady Wolves. Brown serve into the net. 5 service errors in set number 1, and that's the first one of set number 2 for the Lady Wolves. Side out gives the ball right back to the Lady Eagles. 7-1, they lead it. Reagan Ramirez back to serve as Bernard comes off for the back row. Sophia Joseph on in the front row. Jump serve by Ramirez. Back row attack for the Lady Wolves. Off the shoulder of Casanova. Guida gets a second touch. Reagan Ramirez tries to save it and get it over on the third touch, but ain't able to as it was deep in Georgetown territory. And the side out back to the Wolves. 2-7 as Go drops back to serve. Norris will come out on the back row for the Wolves. The libero, Ashley Go, back to serve, the sophomore for the Wolves, sends it over. Casanova will pass it up. Sadie McCauley with the attack. The Wolves will dig that one up. The near side attack by Randall into the block. Joseph keeps it alive. Guido tips it over, and the Wolves scramble for it. But it's going to be 2-touch here by Sarah Randall. And a double called on the Wolves will get the sign out back to the Lady Eagles. Trying to see what the call was. They turned around and argued with the up ref quickly, but she signaled a double on Sarah Randall. So 8-2, Georgetown leads it. Guido serve nice and deep, but it went off of number 9, Madison Amina, so she'll get the ace there. She was trying to get out of the way of it, thinking it was out. And so the Lady Eagles will get the ace and lead it by 7 now, 9-2. And here comes the substitution as Madison Amina will check out and Jalen Eubanks will check in. Eubanks, the junior defensive specialist, comes in for the Wolves on the back row. Guido from the near side of the back row gets assigned the jump serve on the way. Play at the net. Randall will, it'll be tipped over by the Wolves. Lady Eagles, McCauley swings away into the block. The Wolves will reset. Go has the second touch and a right side attack into the block. The Eagles block it back over. Wolves reset. Near side attack by Randall. She'll float it over. And Ramirez plays it up to Allison O'Shaughnessy. Back row attack by Molly. The roll shot. Dug up by the Wolves. Near side attack by Randall. She preps, sends it deep. And it is on the line and in. Coach Richardson standing back there. She thought it was out. But the line judge from the Wolves calls it out. Calls it in on the line. So the kill to the Lady Wolves, and they get the side out. Cut it back to a 6-point deficit, 3-9. As Jalen Eubanks will stay on to serve for the Wolves. And her serve into the net. That is service error number 2 here in set number 2. And the side out right back to the Lady Eagles. The lead back to 7, 10-3. Lady Eagles have it. Send it over. The Wolves attack from the near side. Sent across. Ramirez digs it up. Lady Eagles attack from the back row. Blocked at the net by Simpson. And now the Wolves from the far side. The attack dug up there by McCauley. Molly O'Shaughnessy. Roll shot down the line. And a good spot there by Molly O'Shaughnessy. She'll get the kill and the point to the Lady Eagles. 11-3. Leaded by 8. Their largest lead of set number 2. As Sadie McCauley will continue her serve for the Lady Eagles from the far side. The jump serve in play for the Wolves. Here to the near side. Bryant's attack off the block, but a good dig there by Guido. And the Lady Eagles reset. A dunk at the net by O'Shaughnessy is dug up. Another attack off the Eagle block. Nice kill there by Brianna Bryant. And the side out back to the Lady Wolves. 4-11. They trail by 7 here in set number 2. As Sarah Randall drops back to serve for the Lady Wolves. Randall serve into action. Guido passes it up. Joseph on the running attack. Block. Wolves keep it alive. Near side attack. And it's out. Upper ref agrees there. The swing by Brianna Bryant. But it goes just wide here on the near side. Point to the Lady Eagles on the side out. And they lead it by 8, 12-4. Bernard back on. Ramirez, the libero, steps off. And Sophia Giuseppe will serve for the Lady Eagles. Randall plays it up. Ashley go with the second touch. Near side to Bryant. The swing. Dug up by Giuseppe. Back row attack by Sadie McCauley, but it is long and out. The hitting error there. Gives the side out back to the Lady Wolves. The lead cut to 7 now. 5-12. On to serve number 8, Alexis Carter for the Lady Wolves. Guido plays it up to Allison O'Shaughnessy. Back to Guido. Back row attack. Dig by Randall. Quick set at the net. Norris's swing is off the blocks. The block of the Eagles. Sadie McCauley unable to get the touch up off the block. And a point to the Lady Wolves. Cut it back to 6-point deficit now. 6-12 as Carter serves again for the Wolves. Deep serve and out. The third service error of set number 2 for the Lady Wolves. Gives the side out back to Georgetown. 13-6. Georgetown by 7 here in set number 2 as Casanova back on. Allison O'Shaughnessy off for the Lady Eagles. Casanova ready to serve, and she'll put it into play for the Eagles. Roll shot sent over. McCauley plays it up. Casanova far side to Molly O'Shaughnessy. The roll shot nice and deep. And a miscommunication there by Ore Alame and Ashley Go, the libero. And instead of a free ball sent over, a ball hits the floor, and it's a point to Georgetown. The lead back to 8 now, 14-6. And in comes Madison Amina, and off goes Ore Alame. Casanova ready to go again, 14-6. Georgetown leads it. And serve receive off of the arms of Amina, out of play. Ace for Casanova, and the Lady Eagles lead the largest of set number 2, 15-6. They lead it by 9 here in set number 2. Casanova gets the sign to serve underway. Randall's first touch. Amina gets the second ball. And Norris will send over a tip for the Eagles. They'll reset. Quick set in the middle. And Bernard with the tip. It was off-timed by Casanova and Bernard. But the timing being off there, Bernard gets the tip right about the 10-foot line. And it'll go for a kill, 16-6. Georgetown leads it by 10 here in set number 2. And that'll draw timeout number 2 from head coach Karen Huffman. 16-6, Georgetown leads it in set number 2. Quick timeout. More Lady Eagle Volleyball after this. Back live, 16-6. Georgetown leads set number 2. Casanova continues her serve for the Lady Eagles. Serve in deep. Randall plays it up. Set by Brown. The attack dug up by Casanova. Ramirez passes over to Guido. Her swing and a kill for Addie Guido. Finds the spot in the far corner for the kill. Point to Georgetown. They continue to grow their largest lead of the night. 11 points here in set number 2, 17-6 as Casanova readies to serve again. Casanova's serve dies at the back line. Played up here. Norris with the attack into the block. Mackenzie Bernard, Addie Guido at the net, get the block. And the point to the Lady Eagles. 12-point lead now, 18-6 here in set number 2. Casanova readies again. She's on a run here from the service line. Her serve nice and deep. Randall plays it up. Brown with the set. The roll shot is over and wide out by Tequila Brown. That would have been 26. I apologize. Brianna Bryant. 19-6, Georgetown by 13. Casanova serve deep on the near side, played up. Quick set, back row attack by Randall, and off a diving Reagan Ramirez. So they get back to that formula. Set Sarah Randall wherever she is on the floor, and a nice back row kill for Randall. Gives the side out back to Weiss. And they cut the lead to 12, 7-19. As the serve goes over. McCauley up to Casanova. Far side set for Guido. Off the Weiss block and out of bounds. Kill for Guido. And a side out back to the Georgetown Lady Eagles. 20-7. They lead it by 13. As Molly O'Shaughnessy will drop back to serve for the Lady Eagles. O'Shaughnessy's jump serve sent over. Ashley Go plays it up to the net. A tip over. Reagan Ramirez right there. Casanova back set to Guido. The swing off the block. Dug up there by Bryant. Set to the back row. Randall's shot sent over. Molly O'Shaughnessy digs it up. Near side to Sadie McCauley. The tip down the line. Played up by the Wolves. Quick set in the middle. Norris's attack off the block. And out of bounds off of Georgetown. Side out back to Weiss. And they cut the lead back to 12. As number 25, Tequila Brown will drop back to serve again. 8-20. Weiss trails it by 12. Brown serve across court. Ramirez plays it up. Casanova far side to cut McCauley. Her attack off the block and played up by the Wolves. They'll set it up. Back row attack here. Sent over. Casanova plays it up. Ramirez to the near side by McCauley. And her roll shot under hit there. And into the net for the hitting error. And the point to the Weiss Wolves, 9-20. They trail by 11 here in set 2. Brown's jump serve sent across court. McCauley up to Casanova. Back to McCauley. The swing down the line off of the Weiss Wolves for the kill. Sadie McCauley quickly rights the wrong there on that first hitting error and gets the kill there on the side out back to Georgetown, 21-9. As Bernard off, Sophia Joseph on the front row for the Lady Eagles. Reagan Ramirez, the libero, back to serve. Ramirez jump serve sent into play. The Wolves, Ashley Go, had to keep backing up and couldn't get a clean touch on it. Ace for Reagan Ramirez and a 13-point lead for the Lady Eagles, 22-9, just 3 points away from taking a 2-set lead. Reagan Ramirez, the libero, looks over and gets a sign from Coach Richardson. The jump serve into the net for the service error. That's the first service error of set number 2 for the Lady Eagles, only their 4th on the night. But the side out gives the point to the Lady Wolves, and they trail by 12, 10-22 as Ashley Go serves for the Wolves. Jump serve across. Molly O'Shaughnessy up to Casanova. Back set to Guido. The attack is off the dig and out of play. Kill for Guido and the Lady Eagles. And we have set point number 1 for set number 2. As Guido will drop back to serve. Casanova off. Allison O'Shaughnessy on. 23-10. Georgetown by 13. Guido sends it over. Amina to go. Near side to Randall. Her attack. Ramirez with a nice dig. Over to Molly O'Shaughnessy. McCauley with the attack. And Randall with a recovery and the free ball sent over. Allison back set to Joseph. Off the block. Dug up by the Wolves. Randall's attack blocked at the net. The second attempt is good. Kill for Sarah Randall. And a side out back to the Wolves. Had to mute there to cough. I apologize. But that'll draw a timeout from head coach Jenny Richardson. 23-11. Georgetown leads by 12 here in set number 2. Quick timeout. More Lady Eagle Volleyball after this. Back here in set number 2, the Wolves will serve it, trailing by 12, 11-23. Dig by Ramirez on the serve receive. Molly O'Shaughnessy sends the free ball over, and the Wolves reset. Near side attack, Randall off the block, dug up by Go. The Wolves reset to Randall. Her attack off the block and out of bounds off the Eagles. Nice swing there for Randall. Point to Weiss Wolves. They trail it by 11 now, 12-23. Amina to serve. Crossway. Molly O'Shaughnessy up to Allison. Quick set. Joseph swings. Dug up off the block by Go. Second pass over to Randall. The free ball sent across. Reagan Ramirez up to Allison O'Shaughnessy. Back row attack by Molly off the block. Dug up by Brown. Go will have the second touch. Over to Bryant and the kill. Forward to Brianna Bryant. Nice shot there by the senior defensive specialist for the kill. And the lead cut back to 10 now, 13-23. Madison Amina continues her serve. Sent over. Reagan Ramirez up to Allison. Quick set to Joseph. The tip over. Nice dig by the Wolves. They'll reset the attack at the net. Dug up by the Lady Eagles. And McCauley with the tip down the far sideline. Dug up by the Wolves. They'll reset. Randall near side. Dug up by Guido. It's over the net. And the Wolves reset. Guido gets the touch to Allison. McCauley's cut shot. Good. What a kill there by McCauley. From the far side, cut it all the way across at the 10-foot line off the touch of the Weiss Wolves. And that'll set up set point for the Lady Eagles on the side out. 24-13. They lead by 11. And Sadie McCauley back to serve for the set. McCauley's jump serve from the far side. Sent across. Go. Up to Bryant. Near side. The attack off the block. Molly O'Shaughnessy up to Allison. Quick set in the middle. Joseph tips it over. Played up by Brown. Near side. Bryant's swing is a kill. Nice swing there by Brianna Bryant. And that gives the side out back to the Weiss Wolves. Cuts it back to a 10-point deficit. 14-24 as Sarah Randall sets the serve for the Wolves. Randall serve played up by Guido to Allison. Over near side to Molly off the block. And a scramble by the Wolves, and they do. Molly gets it up to Allison. Quick set in the middle. The kill. Georgetown takes set number 2 on a Sophia Joseph kill. What a set there by Allison O'Shaughnessy, and Georgetown takes a 2-set lead. 25-14 here in set number 2. And they'll take a timeout as they switch sides of the court, and we'll take it with them. Georgetown Lady Eagle Volleyball continues after this on SHN. Welcome back here to Georgetown High School as we get ready for set number 3. The Lady Eagles have a 2-0 lead over the Weiss Wolves, 25-13 in set 25. I'll get it right there in a minute. Easy for you to say. 25-23 in set 1. Georgetown won it by 2, 25-14. A convincing set 2 win for the Lady Eagles. And here in set number 3, the Eagles back on the right side of the floor. Mackenzie Bernard, Molly O'Shaughnessy, Addie Guido on the front row. Sophia Joseph, Isabella Casanova, and Sadie McCauley in the back row. Joseph will step off. And Reagan Ramirez, the libero, on for the Lady Eagles. On the front row for the Lady Wolves is number 2, Meredith Simpson, number 25, Kyla Bryant, and number 26, Brianna Bryant. Kyla Brown. Brianna Bryant is number 26. On the back row, Sarah Randall, along with Madison Amina, and the libero, Ashley Go. Back row set to Randall. It's off the net. Ramirez with a great dig. And now Molly O'Shaughnessy with the attack. Go up the dig. And the Wolves set it up. Far side attack. Tipped at the net. And it came off the block and off of Casanova for the kill for, looks like it was Brianna Bryant on the kill. And the side out to the Wolves. And they'll take the first lead of set number 3, 1-0. As Meredith Simpson on to serve, the junior middle hitter for the Wolves. She'll send it over. McCauley up to Casanova, near side to Guido. The big swing and the kill for Addie Guido. Past a lunging Sarah Randall right at the back line. And the side out back to Georgetown, ties things up at 1 apiece. Molly O'Shaughnessy back to serve for the Lady Eagles as Kelsey Norris back on for the Wolves. O'Shaughnessy served. Back row attack by Randall into the block of the Eagles, and the Wolves reset. Back row attack by Randall. It's deeper. Ramirez plays it up to Casanova. Backside to Guido. The kill! Addie Guido, give her 2 in a row. Lady Eagles take a 3-1 lead. A 2-1 lead. Nice rally there between the teams, and a big kill by Addie Guido, her second in a row. And O'Shaughnessy will serve with a 2-1 lead here in set number 3. The Wolves play it up. Back row attack by Randall. She'll tip this one over. Casanova gets a hand on it. Up to Ramirez. Back row attack by Molly O'Shaughnessy. Dug up by Randall. Quick set at the net. Norris tips it over. Ramirez up to Casanova. Back set to Guido. 3 in a row. Off the block. Nice block there by number 25 to Kyla Brown. Or nope, that was number 26. That's Brianna Bryant. Hard to tell. The 6 and 5 look a lot alike in those maroon numbers across the way. But a nice block by Brianna Bryant. Or the side out. It even things up as Bryant drops back to serve. 2-2. Ramirez up to Casanova. Near side attack by McCauley off the block. Played up by the Wolves. To Sarah Randall. The free ball sent over. And Ramirez will play it up to Casanova. Quick set in the middle. Mackenzie Bernard will tip it over. And it'll be on the far side line for the kill. She had to get that one up and over real quick and did. And the side out gives the Georgetown Eagles a 1-point lead. 3-2. Sophia Joseph on in the front row. Bernard off as Ramirez will drop back to serve. 3-2. Georgetown leads it here in set 3. Randall receives the serve to Bryant. Back row attack by Brown. Corrections, flip those around. Guido with an attack. Dug up there beautifully by Bryant. The attack by Randall dug up. McCauley sends the free ball over, but it is long and out. Side out back to the Wolves, and back and forth we go. And it's tied up again, 3-3 here in set number 3. Georgetown with a 2-set lead over the Weiss Wolves. To Kyla Brown to serve, sends it over. Molly O'Shaughnessy to Reagan Ramirez, near side. McCauley with the attack, but it stays on the Georgetown side of the net. And the point to Weiss, and they take the lead 4-3 here in set 3. To Kyla Brown, back to serve again for the Wolves. Jump serve into play. Molly O'Shaughnessy up. Casanova near side to McCauley. The swing and the kill. Nice kill there for Sadie McCauley. And the side out gives the ball back to Georgetown and ties it back up at 4 apiece now. As Allison O'Shaughnessy in for Isabella Casanova. And setter. Allison on the front row with Sophia Joseph and Sadie McCauley. Guido back to serve with it tied up 4-4. Wolves to the far side. Randall's attack. Ramirez with a great dig on it. But they will get a clean second touch with Sadie McCauley. And a side out back to the Wolves. And they take the lead again 5-4. As Simpson comes on, Norris goes off. And the libero Ashley Go back to serve for the Weiss Wolves. 5-4, the Wolves lead it. Guido serve, receive, up. The attack by the Lady Eagles, blocked by the Wolves. The Lady Eagles reset. The back row attack by Guido dug up. And now they're going to call a back row attack as Guido stepped on the 10-foot line. So the back row attacker gives the ball back to the Wolves. The point, they have a 2-point lead, 6-4. As Ashley Goes sets the serve again for the Wolves. Jump serve down the far side. Guido up. The attack by Sadie McCauley, but it's hit long on the wide side of the floor here on the near side. And another point to the Weiss Wolves. They lead it by 3 now, 7-4. Sadie McCauley will come out. And into the ball game will come number 16. That's Jaden Meisner, the junior outside hitter. She's 5'10". She'll come on the front row for the Lady Eagles. For McCauley, Ramirez serves receive. Up to O'Shaughnessy. The tip over by Giuseppe. Nice dig there by Brown. The attack by the Wolves. That's by number 9. Madison Amina. She'll get the kill and a 4-point lead for the Wolves, and that'll draw a timeout from head coach Jenny Richardson. 8-4, Weiss leads it here in set 3. Quick timeout. More Lady Eagle volleyball after this. Here in set number 3, the Wolves have it. 8-4, they lead it by 4. And Ashley Go, the libero, set to serve again for the Lady Wolves. From the far side on the back row, the little jump serve sent over. Molly O'Shaughnessy to Allison. Quick set to Giuseppe. Blocked at the net. The Eagles reset. Back row attack by Molly O'Shaughnessy. Near side, dug up there by Brown. And the Wolves attack here from the far side. Amina digs it up. Back row attack by Molly O'Shaughnessy. Played up by Go. The Wolves reset to the far side. Randall's little roll shot. Dug up by Molly O'Shaughnessy to Allison. Quick set in the middle. Giuseppe blocked at the net. But back down on the Weiss side of the net. Point to the Lady Eagles on the side out. And they stopped the little run there by the Wolves. As Sadie McCauley comes back in for Meisner. 5-8. Georgetown trails by 3. As Sadie McCauley back on to serve, sends it over. Lady Wolves set it to the far side. Randall's attack is long and out. So a hitting error there by the senior, Sarah Randall. Gives the point to Georgetown. The lead cut back to 2 now, 6-8. As Sadie McCauley continues her serve for the Lady Eagles. Set at the net. Randall's attack off the block. Ramirez plays it up to Allison. Near back row attack by McCauley. Sends it deep. And the Wolves reset. Near side attack by Amina. Blocked at the net. And off the hand of Randall. Out of play. Nice block at the net there by Sophia Giuseppe. And the Eagles get the point and cut the lead to 1 now. McCauley continues their serve. 7-8 here. Eagles trail it in set number 3. McCauley's near side jump serve sent far corner. Wolves will set it up. Back row attack. Played up by Ramirez. McCauley near side to Molly O'Shaughnessy. Roll shot sent over. Go plays it up. Brown sets it far side to Randall. Off the block. Ramirez will play it up to Allison O'Shaughnessy. And a great read, and what a play. Allison O'Shaughnessy went up with a jump set and then just spiked it back down herself at the 10-foot line for the kill. Nice play there on the second touch. And it evens up the score at 8 apiece here in set number 3. Sadie McCauley continues her serve for the Lady Eagles. Sent over far corner. Brown will set it near side to Amina. Her attack dug up by McCauley. Second touch by Allison. Guido back row attack. Sends it down the far side, but just long for the hitting error and the side out over to the Lady Wolves, and they'll take the 1-point lead back 9-8 here in set 3. Back to serve, Madison Amina, the sophomore outside hitter for the Lady Wolves. The walk-up flat-footed serve, send it over. Guido up to Allison, back set to Joseph, and that is just long. So the hitting error for the Lady Eagles, 2 in a row here. Gives a 2-point lead to the Weiss Wolves. 10-8, they lead it as Amina gets ready to serve again. Serves in over. McCauley up to Allison. Back row attack by Guido. And a dig there by Brown. Ashley Go will tip it over. Molly O'Shaughnessy to Allison. Back to Joseph. The tip over played by Go. Back over to the Eagles. Ramirez to Allison. Near side to Molly. The attack off the block. Guido will play it up. Allison O'Shaughnessy back row to McCauley. Her swing off the net. Dug up by Brown. Go will have the second touch to Randall on the far side. Her attack is off of Guido and back out of play. Kill for the Lady Wolves and the 3-point lead now, 11-8. Set number 1, 25-23. Georgetown took that one, and then they responded with a 25-14 win of set number 2. But they trail set number 3 here, 11-8. Amina serve sent over. Guido up to Allison O'Shaughnessy, near side to Molly. The tip over played up by Brown. Go will have the second touch to Randall, far side into the block of the Eagles, but out of bounds off the block. Point to the Lady Wolves and their biggest lead of the set now, 12-8. 1 timeout remaining in the set by Coach Richardson. Coach Huffman still has both of her timeouts here for the Wolves in set 3. The serve over, Ramirez up to Allison O'Shaughnessy, set to the near side. Molly's roll shot into the middle, took some off of that one, and found a hole just beyond the 10-foot line for the kill. Side out back to Georgetown, and they cut it to a 3-point deficit, 9-12. Bernard comes back onto the front row. Joseph back to serve as Ramirez, the libero, off for the Lady Eagles here. Sophia Joseph, the jump serve. Nice and deep, played up by Amina. Brown, far side into Bryant. Free ball sent over by Allison O'Shaughnessy, and the Wolves reset. Quick set in the middle, and it's off the block. Sarah Randall with the kill. A nice double attack there as Simpson went up as well. Randall got the kill off the Georgetown defender, and they get the side out in the point. 13-9, they lead it by 4 as Sarah Randall drops back to serve for Weiss. Randall's jump serve, middle of the floor. McCauley plays it up. Allison O'Shaughnessy and Molly sends it over on the free ball. Jump serve to the far side. Swing by Bryant, dug up by Ramirez. Allison sets it up, and the free ball by Ramirez sent back over. Wise resets. Jump serve in the middle. The tip over by Simpson. Dug up there by Allison. Ramirez was set touch 2, and Molly sends the free ball over for the Lady Eagles. Back row attack by Randall, dug up by Ramirez. Allison back sets to Guido, back row attack. And a kill down the far sideline. Nice job there, back and forth. What a rally between teams. But a big dig by Ramirez, kept it alive, and a back row attack kill for Addie Guido. Side out back to Georgetown, and the lead cut to 3. 10-13 as Allison O'Shaughnessy leaves. Isabella Casanova back onto the back row, ready to serve for Georgetown. Casanova floats one over. Randall gets a touch on it, but just over the net, and the timing off for Guido. So a mistake touch turns into a point for the Lady Wolves. Norris back on the front row for the Lady Wolves as Meredith Simpson drops back to serve, leading by 4, 14-10. Her serve is deep and out. Service error number 1 of set 3 for the Wolves. That's their 9th service error of the set. Georgetown with 4 service errors on the night. None here in the 3rd set. As Simpson comes off and the libero will go back on. Molly O'Shaughnessy will serve. Randall plays it up to the net. Brown sets it. Norris's attack off the block. Casanova with the touch. Ramirez back sets to McCauley, and her kill is off the block and out of bounds off the Wolves. Side out back to the Georgetown Lady Eagles. They cut the lead back to 2, 12-14. They trail it here in set 3 as Molly O'Shaughnessy drops back to serve for the Lady Eagles. Randall, Amina, and Go on the back row for the Lady Wolves. Molly O'Shaughnessy sends it. Randall plays it up to Brown. The tip over. Ramirez read that one. Casanova sends a second touch. Deep near corner. What another read by Isabella Casanova. She has a knack to read that when the defense plays up. And that second touch finds the floor. Nice kill there for Casanova. And the point to the Lady Eagles cuts it back to a 1-point deficit. 13-14 as Molly gets ready to serve again. Nice floater played up by Norris. Back to Brown. Back set to Bryant. Her tip over. Read by Ramirez. Casanova near side. McCauley swing off the block and in for the kill. Sadie McCauley with another kill on the night for the Lady Eagles, and that ties it up at 14 apiece, and that will draw timeout number 1 by head coach Karen Huffman of Weiss. We'll take it with them. 14-14 your score here in set number 3. Quick timeout. Lady Eagle Volleyball continues in a moment. Back in set number 3, it's all square, 14-14. Georgetown has the serve as Molly O'Shaughnessy gets ready to continue her serve for the Lady Eagles. Jump serve from Molly sent over. Norris at the attack of the net, blocked by the Eagles. And the Wolves will have to send a free ball over. Molly up to Casanova, back set to Guido, the big swing off the block and over the head of Go for the kill. Addie Guido with the big swing there. The power goes through the block and finds the floor, and the Eagles get the lead back. They've been down for quite a while here in set number 3, and they lead it back again, 15-14. Molly O'Shaughnessy back to serve. The serve over. Randall plays it up. Brown will set it back row to Randall. The attack, and nice and deep just before the back line. Kill for Randall and the Wolves, and it ties it back up on the side out, 15-15. And now Brianna Bryant to the back row to serve for the Lady Wolves. Guido, Bernard, Casanova on the floor for the Lady Eagles, along with Ramirez, Molly O'Shaughnessy, and Sadie McCauley. Bernard with the attack off the block, dug up by Randall. Brown will track it down. Randall's back row attack, dug up by Ramirez. Casanova will set it to the near side. Sadie McCauley the attack, but it is long and out. And she immediately looks over to Coach Richardson's like, follow through, whip it down. Hitting air there for McCauley and the Lady Eagles, and a point to Weiss, and they lead at 16-15 here in set 3. Brianna Bryant continues her serve. A little delay on the floor here. Now the whistle to serve it away. And Brianna Bryant approaches on the jump serve. Sent over, but into the net. Service error number 2 of the set. Number 10 of the night for the Wolves. On the side out back to Georgetown. Ties it back up at 16 apiece. And now Bernard off. Sophia Joseph on the front row. Ramirez the libero back to serve for Georgetown. Jump serve from the near side across the way. Randall off her arms. Go chases it down, but none able to get the third touch over for the Wolves. So point to the Eagles, and they take the lead back 17-16. A 2-set lead for the Lady Eagles here in set number 3. They would like to get a 3-0 sweep here on the final night of non-district play as Ramirez sends it, but it'll be the first service error of set number 3, the 5th of the night for the Lady Eagles. And that'll give the side out back to Weiss and tie things back up 17-17. Now to Kyla Brown back to serve for the Wolves. Sends it over deep. Molly O'Shaughnessy up to Casanova. Back set. Guido, the attack. Dug up by Brown. Go to touch it over. Amina's attack. Off of Casanova. Out of play. Kill for the Wolves. And to Kyla Brown will continue her serve with a 1-point lead. 18-17 here in the third set. Next match for the Lady Eagles will be on the road Friday night at Conley High School in Pflugerville. Brown sends a serve over. Molly O'Shaughnessy to Guido, back to Molly, but the hitting error into the net. And that'll draw the second timeout of set number 3 by Coach Richardson. 19-17, Weiss leads it here in set number 3. Quick timeout. More Lady Eagle Volleyball after this on the SHU Network. 19-17 here in set number 3. Weiss with a 2-point lead. And the serve is to Kyla Brown. Continues her service rotation here for the Wolves. The serve sent over. Nice deep serve. Molly O'Shaughnessy up to Casanova. Back set to Guido. The near far side attack off the block, but it's off the antenna. And the hitting error there for the Eagles gives the Weiss Wolves a 3-point lead here now in set number 3, 20-17. To Kyla Brown continues her serve. Jump serve from the far side. Floats it over here. And Molly O'Shaughnessy reaching forward with the hitting error, service receive error. And it's out of play. Point to the Wolves, and they lead it by 4. Now comes on Reagan Truitt, the 5'8 senior defensive specialist. She comes in for Molly O'Shaughnessy on the back row. And Brown will serve. Float serve sent over. Reagan Ramirez up to Casanova. Back set to Guido. The attack down the line, dug up by Go. And Brown passes it over to Randall. Her attack. Ramirez gets the dig. Truitt keeps it alive, but Ramirez cannot get the free ball across the net. And the point to the Weiss Wolves, and they extend their lead out to 5, 22-17 here in set number 3. To Kyla Brown, gets ready. The jump serve from the far side, floated over in the middle. Truitt hit it over the net. Nowhere sends it back over. Now a back and forth match at the net. Casanova will set it near side. McCauley's cut shot dug up by the Wolves. A scramble here and a free ball sent over by Randall. Ramirez will play the free ball up to Casanova. Set it to the near side. McCauley swing off the block and in for the kill. Nice swing by Sadie McCauley to send it down the line for the kill. Side out back to Georgetown. It cuts the momentum there for the Wolves as they got on a run and took a 5-point lead. And now Guido will move back to the back row to serve. 18-22. Georgetown trails by 4 as Allison O'Shaughnessy in, Casanova out. Guido serve into the net. Service error number 2 in set number 3. Number 6 on the night for the Lady Eagles. And that puts the Weiss Wolves just 2 points away from taking set number 3. Substitution here. Number 11, McKenna Heine, the 5'5 senior defensive specialist, will check in on the back row for Addie Guido. As Ashley Go, the libero, back to serve for the Wolves. 23-18. They lead it by 5. Her jump serve sent over. Ramirez up to Allison. Far side to Sadie McCauley. Her cut shot dug up there. It's going to come over the net. The Eagles will reset. And the second ball dunked over by Joseph and played up by the Wolves. Near side attack. Amina off the block. Allison O'Shaughnessy up. Ramirez to the near side. Joseph's cut shot. Make it, not Joseph. That was McCauley. And she finds a spot on the floor. Side out back to the Eagles. Nice play there by the Eagles and McCauley on the kill. Cuts the lead back to 4, 19-23. And Sadie McCauley will drop back to serve. Truitt comes up for the Eagles. Back on for the Eagles. We'll get it in just a second. Randall's attack blocked at the net. That's Joseph and Allison O'Shaughnessy with the block. And that'll draw a timeout from Coach Huffman, her second of the set. 23-20. Weiss leads it by 3 here in set 3. Quick timeout. When we come back, the finish of set 3 to see if this one continues on. More Eagle Volleyball in a moment. Back here in set number 3, 20-23. Georgetown trails by 3. They lead it 2-0 over the Weiss Wolves. Well, they've got some work to do here to try to finish this out in a 3-set sweep. As Sadie McCauley back to serve again for the Lady Eagles. Guido back on. McKenna Heine comes off the floor on the front row. Allison O'Shaughnessy, Sophia Joseph, and Molly O'Shaughnessy. Sadie McCauley's jump serve sent over near side line. Played up behind the Wolves. Back set for Amina. Her cut shot off the hands of Allison O'Shaughnessy, out of play. McCauley couldn't get to it. And a side out back to the Wolves. They're 1 point away. The Wolves with a set point here in set number 3 to try to extend this match. 24-20, the Wolves lead it as Madison Amina drops back to serve for the Wolves and the set. Flat-footed walk-up serve. Guido up to Allison. Back set to Joseph. But they're going to call her at the net violation. Say she stepped under, and that'll be set number 3. Weiss takes it 25-20 to stay alive in this match. over the Lady Eagles. The teams will switch side, and we'll be back with set number 4. Georgetown with a 2-1 set lead over the Weiss Wolves. More Lady Eagle volleyball here in a moment, brought to you by First Responder Broadcasting on the SHN Network. Back here live, Georgetown High School. We go to set number 4 between your Georgetown Lady Eagles and the Weiss Wolves. Georgetown won set number 1, 25-23. They took set 2, 25-14, and Weiss responds with a 25-20 win of set number 3 to force set 4 here on the last night of non-district play for these two teams as they get ready for district play on Friday night. The Georgetown Eagles will be on the road to open up at the Conley Cougars over in Austin, part of the Pflugerville ISD. Join them on the road Friday night at Conley. We'll be back live here on the SHN Network with Georgetown Lady Eagle Volleyball next Tuesday night as the Eagles will take on the Pflugerville Panthers. And then Friday night, the 15th of September, we'll bring you Elgin on a volleyball that night as the football team is on a bye. So we'll bring you volleyball live here from Georgetown High School as well. And then the following Tuesday on the 19th, as they take on the Hendrickson Hawks here at Georgetown as well. But first things first, set number 4, the Weiss Wolves extend the match here, and now Meredith Simpson will open up serving for the Wolves. Guido, Bernard, and Molly O'Shaughnessy on the front row for the Lady Eagles. Casanova, Ramirez, and McCauley on the back row. Serve over from Simpson. Ramirez will play it up. Guido was touch 2. Back row attack by Sadie McCauley, and she'll get the kill. She found a hole there between Randall and Simpson. Simpson will check out on the back row for the libero Ashley Go. And the Lady Eagles take the first lead of set 4, 1-0. And Molly O'Shaughnessy will rotate back and open up serving here in set 4 for the Lady Eagles. Jump serve by by Molly. Play it up, attack at the net, off the Eagle block, and the Wolves reset. The other side attack. Bernard gets the block, gets the touch up. And now McCauley will send a free ball over far side. Wolves will reset. The attack, back row attack by Randall. She'll tip it over. Casanova up to Ramirez, near side to Guido. She'll swing away, and it'll be off of Randall out of play. Kill for Addie Guido. A big swing there by the 6'5 junior. And the kill gives Georgetown the 2-0 lead here in set number 4. Randall, Amina, and Ashley go the libero in the back row for the Lady Wolves. Brown, Bryant, and Norris on the front row for the Wolves. Set to the near side. Norris's attack finds a hole in the back corner between Ramirez and Molly O'Shaughnessy for the kill. Side out back to the Wolves, and they get their first point here in set number 4. Back to serve, Brianna Bryant. 1-2 as Weiss trails by 1 here in the 4th set. Float serve played up by McCauley, but it's going to be into the up officials' stand. Nice ace there by Brianna Bryant, and that'll even up the score at 2 apiece here in the 4th set. Bryant will continue her serve. Ramirez plays it up. Casanova will set it far side to McCauley. Her swing off the block, and unable to get it back up off the block was Ramirez. And a kill, or a block there for the Weiss Wolves. A point for the Wolves, and they lead it 3-2. And continue their serve here with Brianna Bryant. Jump serve sent over. Ramirez. Casanova gets a second touch up. Bernard has to tip it over. And we'll take the luck of the bounce there as it went off a couple of Wolves players out of play. Side out back to Georgetown, and evens it back up at 3 apiece. Sophia Joseph on the front row. Bernard off on the back row. And Reagan Ramirez on to serve for the Eagles, tied up at 3 apiece. The float serve over. Go plays it up. Quick set in the middle. Norris off the block. Kill for the Lady Wolves. Side out back to Weiss, and now back to service to Kyla Brown. Leading it 4-3 here in the 4th set. Brown serve sent over nice and deep. Molly O'Shaughnessy up to Casanova. Set to the far side. McCauley tipped down the line. Played up by Brown. Randall with the attack. Blocked at the net by Guido. The Wolves scramble for it. And a free ball sent over by Amina. Ramirez up to Casanova's quick set. Joseph off the block. Dug up by Go. The Wolves reset near side. Randall's attack. Off the block. Ramirez will dig it up. Casanova sets far side. McCauley. Her attack is long and out. And that'll give the point to the Weiss Wolves. 5-3. They lead it. And a substitution here is Sadie McCauley will check out. And number 8, Cameron Shelton, the 5'9 senior outside hitter, checks in for the Lady Eagles on the back row. Jump serve by Brown. Guido near side attack. Dug there. Randall's little shovel pass sent over. Played up by Molly. Back set to Guido by Casanova. But her hitting error is long and out. And a point to the Weiss Wolves. Extend their lead to 3 now. 6-3. As Kyla Brown continues her serve for the Wolves, leading by 3. Brown serve across court. Shelton plays it up. Casanova to Guido. Her attack at the net is into the net for the hitting error. 7-3. The Wolves lead it by 4. Here in the 4th set, as Kyla Brown continues her service run for the Weiss Wolves. Jump serve set off the net. Molly O'Shaughnessy reads it. Casanova far side to Shelton. It's blocked by the Wolves. Second touch set over by Joseph. Wolves reset. Randall's swing is out here on the near side. Hitting error by Randall. Gives the ball back over to Georgetown. And Allison O'Shaughnessy checks in for Casanova. Side out to the Georgetown Eagles. Cuts the lead back to 3 for the Wolves. Guido back to serve. 4-7 here in the 4th set. Brown puts it back into play. The attack by the Wolves, dug up by Molly O'Shaughnessy. Guido back row attack. Dug up by Bryant. Randall with the attack, cross court. It's out and wide. 2 hitting errors in a row for Sarah Randall. And the point to the Eagles, cut it back to a 2-point deficit, 5-7. As Guido continues her serve. Bryant to go. Near side to Randall. She'll send it over. Ramirez gets the dig. Allison back row attack to Molly. She'll tip it over. Played up at the net by the Wolves. The attack by Randall into the block of the Eagles, and the Wolves reset. Randall again. Now she'll tip this one over. Guido gets a touch on it, but the third touch cannot be reached by Ramirez as Randall just sent a tip over after a few hitting errors and then hitting into a block. And the time on the tip was perfect. Side out back to the Wolves, and they lead it 8-5 as Ashley Go sets the serve for the Weiss Wolves. Knuckleball serve sent over. Ramirez to O'Shaughnessy. Joseph tips it over. Wolves will set it up. Far side attack by Amina into the block. Joseph and Cameron Shelton there at the net. Cameron Shelton gets a credit there for the block. Side out back to Georgetown. Lead cut back to 2. As Cameron Shelton drops back to serve at 6-8 here in the 4th set. Shelton, the walk-up flat-footed serve, nice and deep. Go plays it up. Brown sets it to Amina. The cross-court shot dug up by Allison. Ramirez back set to Molly. Her roll shot into the middle of the floor, dug up by Bryant. Randall with the attack and the kill. Finds a slot there between Guido and Shelton. Side out back to Weiss, and they lead it 9-6. 2-1 lead for the Lady Eagles. Sets 1 and 2 went to Georgetown. Set 3 went to the Weiss Wolves, 25-20, and we sit in set 4, 9-6. Weiss leads it by 3. Serve, Guido up to Allison, to the far side to Molly. Her attack down the sideline is long and out, but they're going to call it off a tip. The up official calls the tip at the net. So the kill. Credit there to Molly O'Shaughnessy for the kill. Side out back to the Lady Eagles. Joseph back to serve. 7-9, trailing by 2. Joseph sends it nice and deep. Set by Brown to Randall. That's dug up by Shelton. Second touch sent over by Allison, dug up by the Wolves. Played at the net, but it's going to be a double violation on the Wolves. Point to Georgetown. The lead cut back to 1 now, 8-9. On the front row, Allison O'Shaughnessy, Molly O'Shaughnessy, Mackenzie Bernard, Addie Guido, Cameron Shelton, and Sophia Joseph on the back row. Joseph serves, trailing by 1. Amina up to Brown, near our far side to Randall, and her attack is good for the kill. Side out back to the Wolves, and the lead extended to 2, 10-8. As Joseph will step off on the back row, the libero Ramirez back on for the Eagles. Sarah Randall on to serve, the senior middle hitter, number 22. Back to serve with a 2-point lead, 10-8 here in the 4th set for the Weiss Wolves. Guido's serve received off of her, out of play. Gives the point to the Wolves and a 3-point lead now, 11-8. Served by Randall. Shelton up to Allison, far side to Molly. Her shot down the line. Amina can't get a good touch on it. It's off the back wall, out of play. And the side out back to the Lady Eagles is Allison O'Shaughnessy off. Isabella Casanova will take her place as the back row setter and drop back to serve for the Lady Eagles. 9-11, Georgetown trails by 2 here in the 4th set. Casanova serve. Brown, quick set, near side, tipped over. Casanova gets a touch. Ramirez back set to Molly O'Shaughnessy, far side, down the line. Kill! Molly O'Shaughnessy, nice spot there. Finds the corner as Amina tries to get to it, but cannot. And the Lady Eagles get the point and cut the lead down to 1 now, 10-11. As Casanova drops back to serve again. Casanova serve, floats it across the way. Play it up, it's almost out of play. A scramble for it, and the third touch cannot be made and sent over by Randall. And that'll tie things up, 11-11, and that'll draw Coach Karen Huffman to get up and take her first time out of set number 4. We'll take it with them. 11-11 your score here in the 4th set. Lady Eagle Volleyball continues in a moment. Here at Georgetown High School. Remember, tomorrow night, live from Mesquite Creek Outfitters, we'll have the Eagle Nation Coaching Show live with Coach Chuck Griffin. And we'll have a full house tomorrow night. Dave England will be back with us. Doppler Dave will join us along with Kelly Duvall there at Mesquite Creek Outfitters. Come out. It was a great night last week on the first night of the show there at Mesquite Creek Outfitters. Beautiful location, great turnout. Come join us. A couple of players will join us. We'll have some trivia between the offense and the defense live at 6 p.m. tomorrow night at Mesquite Creek Outfitters. Casanova serves with 11-11 to score here in the fourth set. The first touch is sent up towards the net, and tell you what, Kyla Brown, a great play there on the second touch, sends it deep on the Eagles and finds the hole, side out back to the Wolves. And Simpson will drop back to serve with a 1-point lead, 12-11. Meredith Simpson, the junior, flat-footed serve into the net. First service error of the fourth set for the Lady Wolves. The 11th of the night for the Wolves. Substitution here is Ori Alame. Comes in for Madison Amina. Back to serve, Molly O'Shaughnessy. Tied up at 12-12. Alame gets the touch up. Norris a little tip over, read by Molly. Set to the far side. Cameron Shelton hits it off the block. And Ashley Go will play it up. Play at the net for the Wolves. Blocked by the Lady Eagles. They'll reset. Near side Guido. Her swing. Nice dig there on Alame. But a double called on the libero Ashley Go. Killed for Eddie Guido, and the Lady Eagles get their first lead in a while, 13-12. That'll keep Molly's service run alive here for the Lady Eagles in set number 4. Jump serve, floats down. Randall can't get a good touch on it. It's out of play. Serve for, or ace for Molly O'Shaughnessy. And the Lady Eagles take a 2-point lead now, 14-12. Substitution here, as Ori Alame will come back out. Madison Amina back in on the back row for the Wolves. O'Shaughnessy's jump serve floats to the middle. Randall up to Brown. Back set to Bryant. Guido with a good touch off the block. Set over the far side. Cameron Shelton's roll shot down the line. Dug up there by Amina. Randall with a back row attack. Ramirez up to Casanova. Back to Cameron Shelton. She'll tip it down the line. Played up by Amina. The Wolves reset. Near side, Bryant with attack. Dug up by Ramirez. Shelton will send a free ball over. Amina plays it back up to Brown. Quick set at the net. And Norris with the kill off the block of Mackenzie Bernard. Sign out back to the Wolves. Nice cross attack there by Kelsey Norris for the kill. And now the Wolves trail by 1, 13-14. Casanova sets it far side. And Shelton, and her hit is long and out. And that'll tie it up at 14 apiece on the hitting error. And Brianna Bryant continues her serve for the Wolves, tied up at 14 apiece here in the fourth set. Jump serve by Bryant, just over the net. Ramirez up to the net. Casanova saves it. Guido sends the free ball over. Brown quick set at the net for Norris, off the block, out of bounds off the Eagles. And the Wolves take the lead back 15-14, and that'll bring timeout number 1 for head coach Jenny Richardson. 15-14, Weiss leads set 4. Quick timeout. More Lady Eagle Volleyball in a moment. Here at Georgetown High School, we're in a timeout here in the fourth set. 15-14, Weiss leads it here in set number 4. Georgetown with a 2-1 set lead over the Wolves to this point in the match. So tomorrow night, the Coaches Show, Friday night, 6:15 pregame, 7 o'clock is the kickoff time for the Georgetown Eagles against the Liberty Hill Panthers, live from Birkelbach Field here on the campus of Georgetown High School. First Responder Broadcasting will bring it to you live here on the SHN Sports Network. And then next week, you'll have a Tuesday night volleyball, Wednesday night Coaches Show, and then Friday night volleyball, as the Eagles will have an off week. Now back to action here in the fourth set. 15-14. Brianna Bryant serves for the Wolves. Ramirez up to Casanova. Back set to Guido. Her attack off the block. And Ramirez will play it up. Casanova with touch number 2 to Cameron Shelton. She'll have to send a cut shot tipped over. And the Wolves reset. Amina blocked at the net, and it's on the line. Oh, my goodness. The ump official, talking to Guido right now, coach wanted to ask, is called in by the line judge, but the ump official overrides it. Point to the Wolves, and they lead it by 2, 16-14. Bryant serves again for the Wolves, sends it nice and deep. Ramirez to Casanova. Back set to Guido. Her attack finds the floor in front of Sarah Randall for the kill. Side out back to Georgetown. The lead cut back to 1 now, 15-16. As Bernard off on the back row. Sophia Joseph on the front row. And Reagan Ramirez, the libero, back to serve for the Lady Eagles. One timeout left for each team here in set number 4. Ramirez sends it over. Nice and deep and an ace. There's Ashley Go and Sarah Randall look at each other and watch it hit. A nice drop serve there by Reagan Ramirez that floated nice and deep, and then just the bottom fell out of that one. And now we're all tied up at 16-16 here in set number 4. Reagan Ramirez back across the way. The jump serve sent again. Quick set at the net. Norris with the tip. And a good read there by Norris as the 10-foot line opened up in the Eagle defense. Side out back to the Wolves. They take the 1-point lead, 17-16. It's to Kyla Brown, back to serve again. Brown sends it over. Molly O'Shaughnessy to Casanova. She'll set it back to Guido. The attack off the block and off of Brianna Bryant out of play. Kill for Yadi Guido. The side out back to the Lady Eagles. And the score tied up again, 17-17. Back and forth these two teams go. As the Casanova checks out, Allison O'Shaughnessy on the set from the front row for the Lady Eagles. Guido to serve. Jump serve from Guido across the way. Second touch from Go across to Randall. Near side attack off the block. Ramirez with the one-headed dig. And a battle for it there. And a collision avoided between Shelton and Allison O'Shaughnessy. But the side out to the Lady Wolves. 18-17, they lead it. Norris off. Simpson back on the front row, and the libero Go to serve. Jump serve, Guido up to Allison, near side to Joseph. And what a kill! Sophia Joseph timed that one. A beautiful set from Allison O'Shaughnessy. A big swing and kill there for Sophia Joseph. Ties it back up on the side out. 18 apiece. Cameron Shelton back to serve for the Lady Eagles. Walk up, flat-footed serve, sends it nice and deep. Bryant up to Brown, near side to Randall. Her attack finds a hole in the back row for the Lady Eagles. And the side out back to the Wolves, 19-18. The Wolves lead it as Madison Amina drops back to serve. Serve across, Guido up to Allison O'Shaughnessy to Molly on the far side. The attack off the block. And off of Kyla Brown, out of play. Kill for Molly O'Shaughnessy. Side out back to Georgetown. Evened up again at 19 apiece. Bernard back on in the front row. The libero Ramirez steps off as Joseph will serve for the Eagles. Joseph's jump serve from the middle of the back row, sent nice and deep. Amina Go has the second touch near side to Bryant. She'll shovel one over, played up by Guido. Allison to the far side to Molly. Her cut shot all the way across the court. And the kill off of the hands of Amina, out of play. And the Lady Eagles finally take another lead here in the fourth set, 20-19. It went back and forth. Weiss taking a lead, then the tie-up. Weiss taking a lead and a tie-up. Now the Eagles, with a 2-point run, have taken a lead, 20-19. Joseph to serve again. The jump serve, nice and deep down the far side. Randall up to Brown, back to Randall. She'll tip this one over. Joseph reads that one, and now Guido, back row free ball sent over. Quick set, Randall's attack, and finds a hole there. Midway through the back line of Georgetown, and that ties it up on the side out, 20-20. Joseph will come off. The libero Ramirez back on, and back to serve Sarah Randall for the Weiss Wolves, tied up at 20. Randall's jump serve sent over. Guido doesn't get a good receive on that serve. And it'll give the point to the Lady Wolves, 21-20. They lead it by 1 here in set number 4. Randall, a couple of bounces, and now the serve. Shelton up to Allison. Over to Molly. Sends it over. Randall digs it up. Brown sets it near side to Bryant. Quick set. Nice play over there by Allison, but read by Amina. Randall, the back row free ball sent over. Dig by Shelton. Back row attack by Guido off the block, and it finds the floor for the kill. A great play there by Cameron Shelton to keep that point alive. And the side out back to Georgetown, ties it up at 21-21. Casanova, O'Shaughnessy, Allison O'Shaughnessy switch places. O'Shaughnessy out. Casanova back to serve. Near side back row, jump serve, floated across. Amina up to Brown. Back row attack by Randall. Casanova reads that one. Digs it up. Ramirez sets it for Molly. It's off a touch and go. Gets the touch to Brown. Near side to Bryant. Her tip played up by Casanova. Set it up to Guido. Her attack off of the Weiss defender out of play. Amina got a touch on it, but it went up into the bleachers. Kill for Guido. And the Lady Eagles take the lead 22-21. Georgetown took set 1 and 2. If they can win set 4, it's all over. If Weiss holds on and wins set 4, we go to set number 5. 22-21, Casanova serves with a 1-point lead for the Eagles. Nice drop serve. Randall can't get a good touch on it. What a beautiful serve on the ace by Isabella Casanova. And now a 2-point lead, 23-21, but that'll draw the timeout from Coach Karen Huffman, her second of the set. Quick timeout, more Lady Eagle Volleyball after this on the SHN Network. Back here, set number 4. Georgetown leads at 23-21. Casanova set to serve again, but not before there's some talk at the scores table. Coach Huffman talking at the table here, trying to figure out what's going on with the down official. Weiss out of timeouts here in this 4th set. Georgetown has 1 timeout remaining. Something to do with the student body from Georgetown. A complaint from Coach Huffman. They addressed it there with the principal, Mr. Johnson. And now Casanova serves with a 2-point lead. Amina up to Brown, near side to Bryant, off the block. Nice save by Amina. The Wolves reset, back row attack, but it's a free ball by Randall. Ramirez up to Casanova, quick set in the middle. Bernard, the attack over, dug up by Randall, near side. Bryant swings away. Big by Shelton. Casanova, near side to Molly O'Shaughnessy, dug up by the Wolves. Back row attack by Randall, sends it. Shelton plays it up. Casanova, back set to Guido. The big swing and the dig by Amina. Up to Brown, near side tip by Bryant. But Guido reads it at the net, the battle, and it reached for it. Oh my goodness, you can't call that. A dive for the ball at the net. The official said she crossed the line. It had no interference to do with the play, but they call it in high school ball. It's unlike club ball, which should be the same rules, and it's not. That gives the side out back to Weiss and a timeout by Coach Richardson. 23-22, Georgetown leads it by 1 here in set 4. Quick timeout, more volleyball in a moment. Set number 4, 22-23. Weiss serves. Simpson serves it, trailing by 1. Ramirez up to Casanova. Set far side. Guido spikes it off one of the heads of the Wolves, but they keep it alive. Set at the net. It's going to be a tip over. Blocked at the net. The Eagles reset. Molly O'Shaughnessy the attack off the block, and Bernard is there to read it. The block sent it right back over the net. Bernard spikes it back down. Side out to Georgetown. And now Molly O'Shaughnessy back to serve with a 2-point lead and set match point for the Lady Eagles, 24-22. 1 more point for Georgetown and the match ends. O'Shaughnessy set to serve. Molly back ready to go. Middle of the back row, the jump serve. The nice floater into the net. Service error gives the serve back over to the Wolves. First service error of set number 4 for the Lady Eagles. Just the 7th of the match. And now back to serve is Brianna Bryant, 23-24. Into the net. The service error returns to the Lady Eagles, and Georgetown wins it 3-1. 25-23 in the fourth set to take the match. Two costly service errors there in set number 4. They return them back and forth. And Georgetown gets the 4-set win over the Weiss Wolves. Weiss drops to 17-6 overall. Georgetown improves to 18-14 as they go into district play Friday night at the Conley Cougars. We'll take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll be down on the floor and have an interview with one of the Georgetown Lady Eagle volleyball players. Quick timeout. More Lady Eagle volleyball on the SHN Network. We're live back here at Georgetown High School. Georgetown goes and wins a 4-set match over the 6A Weiss Wolves in a beautiful night. 2-0 lead, and then Weiss comes back and battles back to get set number 3, but Georgetown doesn't falter on that, and they come back to win set number 4, 25-23 to take it over the Weiss Wolves going into district play. And now Isa Casanova, the setter on the back row for this Lady Eagle team, and one of the spark plugs. I love to watch it. I love your fire at the net when you're playing this game. Talk about this win tonight. How big is this going into conference play on Friday night against Conley?
I think that this will give us a bunch of confidence to go in through district with Conley. I think it really helped us. We were really I don't know how to explain it, but we were really fired up and excited, and we really wanted this.
A good match tonight against a quality 6A opponent. They're 17-5 on the year. They go into district now, coming on the heels of a big loss. You guys have that momentum going now after a big upset win over what you call an upset win over Stony Point, sweeping them the other night, and now a big win over another 6A opponent. How much fun has this season been to this point? You guys have played a lot of matches. To sit at 18-14 overall, 32 matches under your belt, how much fun has this season been? There's been some ups and downs, a lot of tournament play, but how much fun are you having?
I love this team so much, and I love the coaching, and everything is just so high energy, and it's just I love it, and I'm having so much fun.
Now, talk about one thing I've got to ask you about. When Coach said, hey, talk to Isa, I was so excited. You have this knack to read when to send a ball on the second touch to the deep corner. And then you just have this response when you do it, kind of like you saw what I just did. Talk to us about that. It seems to get everyone fired up when you read something like that and make a play that just kind of switches a momentum when we need it the most.
I always try to help everyone and boost their confidence. So for me to get a play, it really not only helps me, but it helps everybody, and it helps the team get momentum. And it's just it just makes me feel and the team feel good.
Talking about this serve as well, you got this beautiful jump serve that also is deadly. This thing dies. It's like the bottom of the ball falls out of it. It drops in there. What kind of advantage do you feel like you have behind the service line when you're able to either send it nice and deep on a hard serve or float one in there that just drops out of it? And what kind of challenge does that propose to the other team?
Because the serve is basically one of the only things I can control in the game, I think that just like being able to have aggression and help the team score points, like that's one of the ways I can score points instead of like assists. It's just I just love it. So it's just like my way.
Any shout outs before I let you go tonight?
Shout out to my mom and shout out to my stepdad and shout out to all the students that came out. Thank you, Sun City, too.
Isa Casanova, number 7 on your volleyball team, had a great match tonight. The Eagles win it over the Weiss Wolves 3-1 to head into conference play on an up note after 2 big 6A upsets here at Georgetown High School. Join us next week. We'll be live back here on SHN to bring you more Lady Eagle volleyball. We love it each and every night live from SHN. Join us next week. Remember, it doesn't cost you a dime to be kind. And thanks and a shout out to the Scholes family on Madeline Scholes night. The service she brought to us. Find somebody to be kind to and to serve others out there in our community. Have a good night, everybody.